Why is a six-figure salary glorified? Do we just like big numbers? Six is big, right? Six figures is an arbitrary number, but I think there's a good argument for why it's a good indicator of lifestyle. The main reason is disposable income. 100K isn't just double 50K when it comes to lifestyle. There's a multiplier effect once you meet the threshold of meeting your minimal expenses.
I put up $1 million of my own money to get it.
Now let's break this down. Imagine you're earning 50K a year after accounting for federal and state tax, which we'll estimate at around 24%. You might take home approximately 38 grand annually. If your essential living expenses amount to $3,000 per month, groceries, rent, and everything essential, you're just left with $2,000 per year to save or invest. That's less than $170 a month, which doesn't offer a lot of wiggle room for building wealth or handling unexpected expenses.
Don't represent us like this.
Now let's double that salary from 50K to 100K. With a higher income, your effective tax rate also increases due to the progressive tax system. Let's say your combined federal and state taxes now take up about 30% of your income, leaving you with a net annual income of $70,000. If you maintain the same lifestyle and keep your expenses at 36 grand a year or 3 grand a month, you're now left with $34,000 in disposable income a year. That's a 17-fold increase compared to the $2,000 you had left when you were earning $50,000. The rich get richer and the poor should eat the rich. Obviously, a higher income increases your total earnings, but what's truly transformative is the amount of disposable income you have left after covering your essentials like the food, shelter, clothing, and healthcare. Disposable income is key to growing your net worth, investing in the future, and improving your financial situation overall. Penny pinching isn't the way to go. What's the best way to save more money? Make more money. How? I don't know.
Figure it out.
You figure it out.
You figured it out.
Now we need to consider that as your income rises, so does your tax burden. For instance, in states like New York, an individual earning $50,000 might have an after-tax income of around $43,000, considering both federal and state tax. If that same individual earns $100,000, their after-tax income might be around $80,000. The effective tax rate jumps from about 12.8% to 19.5%. So while you don't quite double your take-home pay when you double your salary, the substantial increase in disposable income is still a game changer.
You might want to check your messages.
Now, I hope there's enough TikTok videos on marginal tax brackets so I don't need to repeat that. Breaking into a higher tax bracket does not mean that you just lose money based on that strict percentage. If you make $100 more in the next tax bracket, only that extra $100 is subject to the higher tax rate, their margins. Now, here's where many people stumble when they get a higher paid salary. Lifestyle inflation or lifestyle creep.
Question they might ask, can I frame the question for you?
This is the tendency to increase your spending as your income grows. You get a new raise, so you get a nice car, you get a bigger home, and you eat better food. I know, do this in moderation, but you need to resist the urge to inflate your lifestyle because then you'll just be back to saving very little money. Do you really want to work forever? Although if I'm handcuffed to a job because of my lifestyle, I'd like my handcuffs to be the most opulent of gold. Sometimes a more expensive lifestyle can't be helped because you're looking for a higher salary. Higher earners often find themselves living in more expensive areas, which can offset the financial advantages of a larger salary. Cities like San Francisco, New York, Los Angeles, they have high-paying jobs, but they also come with huge housing costs, higher taxes, and steeper costs of living overall. According to the Council for Community and Economic Research, the cost of living in these cities can be 80% higher than the national average.
I don't want to hear another damn word out of you. Go.
Additionally, trying to get a higher income often requires significant investments into education and training, especially in areas like medicine, law, or engineering, where you need advanced degrees. And these come with hefty tuition fees and years spent out of the workforce. Student loans can take decades to repay, and the opportunity cost of time spent in school instead of earning is crazy. A lot of these jobs are focused in financial hubs, which have high costs of living. Maybe Joe Rogan was right about the moving to Texas thing. It's a very low cost of living and taxes are low. I should get some DMT and elk meat.
You figure it out.
Before you go chasing for the high salary, you need to understand how much money you really need to be happy. According to research by Nobel laureates Daniel Kahneman and Angus Deaton, published in 2010, increased income boosts people's emotional well-being only up to a certain point, about $75,000 annually at the time of their study. Adjusted for inflation, it's around $90,000 to $100,000 today. It's just that once your basic needs are met and you're not stressing about money and you have some comforts, extra money doesn't necessarily translate to greater day-to-day happiness. Beyond the threshold that they outline, there are diminished returns, meaning that every additional dollar you earn won't give you as much happiness day to day as the previous dollars, up to that threshold.
Aimed it and fired it at my head.
Although earning significantly more may improve your overall life satisfaction or life evaluation, this may be marginal again because you probably get a significant lifestyle change and a boost of happiness, say at 300,000, a million, or 10 million. Remember, money doesn't buy happiness. Yeah, and those grapes aren't even ripe yet. I don't need any sour grapes. Earning a high income doesn't automatically equate to a better lifestyle. Many high-paying jobs demand long hours, high stress levels, and significant personal sacrifices. Take, for example, a random example, a New York capital markets lawyer earning over $300,000 annually. On paper, he has a great job, lots of money, and is supposedly happy, but the demanding nature of his work may leave him with little or no time to enjoy his wealth with his family and friends. Burnout is real in such professions, and no amount of money can compensate for chronic stress and deteriorating health. Financial success can't come at the cost of your own well-being, and it's important to weigh these trade-offs when pursuing higher levels of income.
Whatever.
I'll end with this. There was a palliative care nurse, meaning nurse caring for dying people, that shared the top 5 regrets people had on their deathbed. First regret, I wish I had the courage to live life true to myself, not just the life others expected of me. Don't just chase money and penny pinch because that's what you're supposed to do. Wake up, sheeple. 2, I wish I didn't work so hard. Listen, spend time with your loved ones. I mean, I don't have that problem. My people tell me my children are growing up to be excellent people, and I get reports fairly often. 3, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Although I'm sure we're all emotionally healthy in our day-to-day corporate work persona. Hey, case of the Mondays, shut the f up, Bill. 4, I wish I stayed in touch with my friends. Say it with me, your colleagues are not your friends. Stop canceling plans with your friends. If you get hit by a bus tomorrow, that job will replace you in the morning. Finally, I wish that I had let myself be happier. Remember, you will die. Memento mori. It's a shame that only a few people have near-death experiences that really change their perspective on life. When you're about to die, you briefly exit the matrix and see that money, status, and a career are all trivial. The challenge is, we don't know when we'll die and we need money to continue to live, but we should always be aware that it's our choice that we're sacrificing time with our loved ones to work. It's our choice to use our savings for life experiences, and we shouldn't let the social pressures of having a stable career or a respectable salary or aiming for a comfortable retirement blind us from choices we can make in our lives right now to be truly happy.
Hey,